What if I told you this 1996 Mercedes-Benz W140 S-Class feels more solid, more luxurious, and even more expensive than many brand new luxury cars today? Back in the 90s, Mercedes wasn't trying to save money or cut corners. They were obsessed with building the best car in the world, no matter the cost. And the result was this massive W140 S-Class LWB, a car so overengineered that people still call it the last true Mercedes. But does this old-school luxury legend actually live up to the hype in 2026? Or is nostalgia hiding its flaws? Stay tuned, because this car has some surprises you won't expect. The Mercedes-Benz W140 S-Class first arrived in the early 1990s, but this 1996 long-wheelbase version represents what many enthusiasts believe was Mercedes at its absolute peak. Back then, the company had one mission: build the best luxury sedan on earth, regardless of cost. And honestly, you can feel that philosophy the second you see this car in person. It's huge, intimidating, and incredibly elegant without trying too hard. The long wheelbase design gives it an almost limousine-like presence, and even today, it still turns heads in a way most modern luxury cars struggle to do. This wasn't just another luxury sedan either. The W140 was designed for world leaders, celebrities, and buyers who wanted ultimate comfort, silence, and engineering quality. Mercedes packed this car with advanced features that were almost unbelievable for the mid-1990s. Soft closed doors, double-pane windows, powered everything, and technology that many cars wouldn't get until years later. But the interesting part is how different this car feels compared to modern luxury sedans. Today's cars focus heavily on giant screens, flashy lighting, and digital features. The W140 took a completely different approach. It was all about solidity, comfort, and making passengers feel isolated from the outside world. And that raises a big question. Does this old-school Mercedes still deserve its legendary reputation in 2026? Or has modern technology finally left it behind? Because once we dive deeper into the design, interior, driving experience, and ownership reality, things get very interesting. Now let's talk about what really makes the W140 S-Class special. Because this car wasn't designed to impress people for just a few years, it was engineered to dominate for decades. Even today, when you walk around this massive sedan, it feels more like a bank vault on wheels than a normal luxury car. The doors are incredibly heavy, the body lines are clean and timeless, and the long wheelbase proportions give it a commanding road presence that modern sedans often lack. And then there's the build quality. Everything feels overbuilt. The chrome trim, the thick glass, the solid switches, even the sound the doors make when they close. It all feels expensive in a way that's hard to describe until you experience it yourself. Mercedes reportedly spent billions developing the W140, and honestly, it shows everywhere. Step inside, and the cabin immediately feels different from modern luxury cars. Instead of giant touchscreens and flashy ambient lighting, you get thick leather seats, real wood trim, large comfortable armrests, and buttons that feel satisfyingly mechanical. The visibility is excellent too, helped by the upright design and massive windows. And because this is the LWB version, rear seat passengers get an incredible amount of legroom. It genuinely feels closer to a chauffeur-driven limousine than a standard sedan. But the W140 wasn't just about comfort. Under the hood, depending on the model, buyers could get smooth inline-six engines, powerful V8s, or even the legendary V12. And despite weighing well over 2 tons, this car moves with surprising confidence. The ride quality is incredibly soft and composed, almost floating over rough roads, while the cabin remains unbelievably quiet even at highway speeds. What's fascinating is how advanced this car was for 1996. Features like double-pane insulated windows, soft closed doors, self-closing trunk systems, parking guide rods, memory seats, and advanced climate control made the W140 feel futuristic back then. Some modern economy cars still don't feel this refined. But of course, this old-school luxury comes with compromises too. The size can feel intimidating in tight city streets or parking lots. Fuel economy is far from impressive, and maintenance costs can become very serious if the car hasn't been properly cared for. This is definitely not the kind of car you buy cheaply and ignore. And then there's the biggest debate of all. Does this legendary Mercedes actually drive better than modern luxury sedans? Or are people simply blinded by nostalgia? Because once you start comparing the W140 to today's S-Class models, BMW 7 Series, or even high-end electric luxury cars, the answer becomes a lot more complicated than you might expect. But here's the moment where the W140 really surprised me. It's not just an old luxury car that feels nostalgic. The shocking part is how modern it still feels once you actually drive it. The second you pull onto the road, the entire car seems to shrink around you. Despite its massive size, the steering feels calm and confident, the suspension smooths out rough pavement effortlessly, and the cabin isolation is on another level. You don't hear much road noise, wind noise, or even the outside world at all. It genuinely feels like you're sealed inside a moving luxury lounge. And this is where many modern luxury cars start to feel different. Today's cars often chase sporty handling, giant touchscreens, and aggressive styling. The W140 doesn't care about any of that. Its goal was pure comfort, stability, and effortless cruising. And honestly, it nails that mission even by today's standards. What shocked me most was the sense of solidity. Modern cars can feel light, overly digital, or sometimes even disposable after a few years. But the W140 feels engineered to survive forever. Every button click, every door shut, every movement of the suspension reminds you this car came from an era when Mercedes engineers were given almost unlimited freedom. Of course, it's not perfect. The technology now feels dated. Parking this thing can be stressful, and repair costs can quickly become terrifying if something major fails. And if you're expecting modern sports car handling or cutting-edge infotainment, this isn't the car for you. But emotionally, the W140 delivers something many new luxury cars struggle to replicate: character. It feels special every single time you drive it. And that's the exact reason why so many enthusiasts still consider this one of the greatest S-Class models ever built. But does that make it worth buying today? Especially when newer luxury sedans offer more technology, better efficiency, and fewer ownership risks. That's where the final verdict becomes very interesting. So after spending time with the 1996 Mercedes-Benz W140 S-Class LWB, one thing becomes very clear. This isn't just another old luxury sedan. It's a reminder of a completely different era of automotive engineering. An era when Mercedes focused less on cost-cutting and trends, and more on building the most comfortable, durable, and refined car possible. And honestly, that's exactly why the W140 still matters today. In a world filled with touchscreens, subscription features, and rapidly changing technology, this car feels refreshingly mechanical, solid, and timeless. It may not have the digital displays or advanced driver assist systems of a modern S-Class, but what it offers is something far harder to manufacture: presence, character, and genuine craftsmanship. Now, is it perfect? Definitely not. Fuel economy is poor, maintenance can become expensive, and finding a clean example is getting harder every year. This is not the smartest choice for someone wanting cheap, stress-free transportation. But if you're an enthusiast, a collector, or simply someone who appreciates old-school luxury done properly, the W140 delivers an experience many modern cars still struggle to match. What's even more impressive is how relevant its philosophy still feels in today's market. As luxury cars become increasingly digital and complicated, more enthusiasts are beginning to appreciate vehicles that feel mechanical, elegant, and built to last. And that's exactly why clean W140 models continue gaining respect and value across the United States. At the end of the day, the W140 in about lap times, giant screens, or flashy gimmicks. It's about the feeling you get behind the wheel, the feeling that you're driving something engineered without compromise, and maybe that's why, though many people still call it the last true Mercedes. But what do you think? Would you take a legendary W140 S-Class over a brand new luxury sedan today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more classic and modern car content coming soon.